Nursing is a calling and a ministry. It's not just a job. Anyone can get a job, but it's really that blending of art and science that really lends itself to caring for the human spirit. And I always tell my students, when you're at the bedside or wherever you're put into place with a patient, a family in a crisis, you're God appointed to be there at that point in time. As I was a young child, I was always interested in nursing and caring. And as time progressed, I didn't initially have the funds to go to school, but my husband served in the United States Navy, and after he finished his tour there, he obtained a degree in Bible. We did not know at that time about Liberty. He obtained that from another school, and then we heard about Liberty because he wanted to go on for a master's. And because of the scholarships that were offered at that time, he was able to attend here at the School of Divinity and obtain his master's degree. Later on, we pastored a church, and after that, we returned to Liberty because we both had desires to go back to school. And he ended up at that time then teaching here, well, really in administration for Liberty University School of Lifelong Learning. And at that time, because of that opportunity, I was afforded the opportunity to return and obtain my Bachelor of Science degree in nursing. I always wanted to teach nursing. The reason because of that was that I wanted to really strive for excellence. And sometimes I would, in the clinical area, see things that I thought could have been done a little differently, or maybe 100% to policy, and I thought if maybe they were taught maybe a little differently, that would have been carried through. And not only just to follow policy, but to really illustrate the art of caring. Some of the things I really think about that we have to value and have some biblical underpinning for it in nursing care is that we are caring for a soul, a living soul that was created in God's image. And we must give reverence to that person, respect, kindness, and caring. All of us have things that have happened in our lives that shape us, strengthen us, and so we do bring a little bit of that to the bedside, and we can sometimes empathize with that patient, but we must treat all with the love and the eyes of Christ and the heart of Christ. That's critically important. When I was looking at where to teach with that, I was in a program that was going to really strive for academic excellence, but more so I wanted that Christian underpinning, that fabric that we could really help the student to grow spiritually. One of the verses that I really think applies to most areas of our life, if not all, is Proverbs 3, 5, and 6, which is trust in the Lord with all your heart. Lean not to your own understanding, but in all your ways acknowledge Him and He'll direct your path. As so many times when we're counseling students and they may be in a time of their life that's maybe having some bumps and they're questioning. And sometimes we don't have the answers, but Christ does. He knew this journey was going to come. He's walking this journey with them, and we need to help direct them to Him. When my husband started, as I said, working for the Liberty University School of Lifelong Learning, which is a leading program in online education. Liberty was always at the cutting edge of online education, and he really had a heart for service and a heart for the students. The students that are on their front lines in also serving our community in first responders, such as police, fire, rescue, EMS, they are the ones who are out 24/7 serving, regardless of the day, the holiday, the night, it doesn't matter. They're out there serving and they're maintaining, really, if you think about it, the fabric of our community. The Tecopa Scholarship began back around 2001. Liberty really wanted to honor Mr. Kopis and Mr. Towns after they passed away. They had dedicated their working lives here at Liberty to the Liberty University School of Lifelong Learning students. They really were student-centered, and they wanted to really support those who serve us. And that came through with the scholarship. It's a really great opportunity for folks that are employed in those types of jobs to receive a great benefit financially for their service. And it's kind of our way of saying thank you, our way of giving back for their sacrifice. As providers and as the Christian community, we need to be very cognizant of caring for others through our lives, through our communities, in our churches, but also, as you said, in schools. It's very important to care for one another and to care for ourselves. And our curriculum does teach opportunities for self-care. It's part of the classes and part of spiritual care class. And that's a really elemental aspect of being a provider. If we don't care for ourselves, we will not be effective in caring for others.